Come back. So this is the part 3 of the how to configure bill on this online school desk online school management web app. So we have configured the bill tariff. Let us check how it's going to look like. So let us check how it's going to look like. So we want to see if our configure the tariff, how it is working. So we want to verify the configure tariff that we just did. So we just set up all the billing tariffs, all the amounts for each items to be paid by each students for a class. So we use primary one. So now let's go to admin make payments. So let's go to admin make payments. Go to admin make payments. So this is the admin make payment. So we are going to be doing some other configuration, like if you want to see if you want to set up the optional bills, we are going to use this. And if you want to set up discounts, we are going to use this. And if you want to set up a more extra bill payment for a particular student, so we can use this manual tariff consideration. But before we get there before we get there but before we do those one, let's quickly um, let's quickly verify the bill that we just set up. So we want to verify the configured bill tariff. So we are going to use this view student bill. From the admin panel, we are going to use this view student bill. Okay, so let's click on view student bill. So for every student that their bills has been set up for the term, so we can view it from this panel. So but let's filter to the class that we configure its bill. Let's filter to the class that we configure its bill. So let's use class filter primary 1A, then click on filter. So we have just these students in primary 1A. So then we are going to click on view bill. So let us see. So click on view bill. Okay, so let's so can you see this is the bill? Can you see here is the bill for this student for third term? Can you see? So this is the bill. This is how the bill will look like. So if they log in as a student, as a parent, the parent will be able to view the bill just like this. So but before then, let's quickly look at some other thing we can do with the bill. So let's go to make payment. Let's go back to make payment. Then for example, let's look at this optional bill. Let's look at the optional bill. So should in case the student is not paying for some things, so let's look at the optional bills. So let's go to primary 1. So these are the optional bill. So let's assume the student already have a uniform. So just untick this uniform. So let's assume that okay, sport is one-time payment, maybe per session, and the student has paid it in first term. So the student will not need to pay it again in this third term. So we untick for sport. So let's say that the students already paid or have sportswear. Then we also untick. So these are the optional bill settings that you will need to do. Then you save the optional bills. So let's save this. So let's save it. Let's go back to make payments. Let's go back to view student bill. Let's go back to filter. Let's filter to primary 1A, filter. So let's view this student bill. Let me open it in a new tab. Open a new tab. Let me open a new group tab. Okay, let's open a new group tab. So can you see the bill? So the bill has been updated. Can you see? So the bill has been updated. So the bill has been updated. So this is the new bill now. So let's see some other settings. We see have some other things we can do with the bill. Just pay attention. Make sure you watch this video to the end. Admin make payment. Let's say this student has discount. Let's say this student has discount of 5,000 naira. So let me add discount. So this is discount. So 23,500 naira. So I want to add a discount. So for whatever reason, so this is the discount form. We are going to put the amount. Use general discount. Then put the amount. So let's say we are removing 500 naira. This is the discount amount that we are giving the student. Then you are going to say the reason. The reason. So you can just type the reason. Early payment. We give you 500 naira discount for early payment. Early payment. Early payment. So just click on it and save discount. Save discount. So if we come back to bill and view the bill now, we are going to see that the discount has reflected. So there is a less minus general discount. This is a minus. Can you see the minus? So of 500 naira general discount, early payment from the bill. So the bill is 23,500 before, so it's now 23,000 naira. So let's see what other thing. All right, so let's go back to make payment. Make payments. So let's look at manual tariff consideration. So let's say, for example, by the need of a term, a student want to buy more stationaries. Maybe the student wants to buy like 10 more textbooks. We can use manual tariff consideration to add the bill to the students. So let's say select class, let's say primary 1, then mandatory item. So you are going to select for where the item can be located. This is areas, this is development exam, lesson, medical, tuition. In essence, you can add a payment. So let's say, for example, okay, we can add it to the development fee, or maybe to the exam fee or lesson fee. So if for whatever reason a student will have to pay more and it is particular to that student alone, then you can use the optional manual, you can use the manual tariff consideration. So like for example, I can push extra 2,000 to this exam fee for this student, so and save it. So once saved, let's go and check the bill. This is 23,500. Let me refresh. The other time is 23. So now it's now 25,000. Can you see? So if you look at the items, you are going to see that the exam fee is now 5,000 naira, and it's telling us that there is a manual add-up of 2,000 naira, and then there is a general discount of 500 naira, of 500 naira, which has been deducted. So and at the end, so the bill has been updated to 25,000 naira. So these are the optional settings that you can do to the bills, so to make it reflect the correct standing of the student bill. So I'm going to stop this part 3 here, and in the next part I'm going to be showing us how the students will log in and view their bills, how parents can log in and view their children bills. Let me stop here.